So as of the 5th of May 2017, Rust has changed. As you can see in the top right, you can now use ladders and use twig foundations and walls, stairs to build up into bases regardless of the TC. The only thing you can't do is upgrade the twig. Another thing to note is turrets can see through twig walls, so they can actually defend by shooting through. So they're going to come into play a hell of a lot more. I think you'll see that metal barricades come into play a lot more as well. The reason for me doing this is to let people know and little things they can do to try and stop it. These are just a couple of things I've thought of. This is an expensive way of doing it, putting half walls everywhere so people can't build any walls. All they can do is put stairs. Putting the roof slanted out stops them from getting up, but you could probably boost up and get through it anyway. But if you just keep put a series of these outer roofs, it looks AIDS as hell, but it might be the only option you've got at first till we work out something better. You can add to them again to stop it from the double jumps. So if you take into consideration laddering, I can now ladder and get onto your roof quite easily. Just with one ladder, if you've got a 2x2. It's that bad, to be honest. But it's going to make the game a lot more fun. Metal barricades, they will stop that. High stone walls will also stop it. So they're the two first defences that I can see being used. Obviously you've got the turrets. I mean, ideally you want to have turrets outside as much as you can. Drop them down and you're laughing. That'll stop anyone from building twig as long as you keep it full of ammo, and as long as the animals don't run it all out either. So keeping turrets at a higher level as well will become extremely effective. I think people are going to start thinking a bit differently on how they use their components, because flame turrets will be useful now, whereas before I wouldn't even consider using a flame turret because they just cost too many pipes. You need to also bear in mind components and scrap comes in an update as well, so you can actually research pipes with scrap metal that you find. So these are going to be a lot easier to get, I think, if you have the table to do it. So the big key notes to take into consideration when building now is make sure people can't raid you vertically. They've always been able to do it horizontally through doors and everything else, but you now need to think of vertically as well, how you can stop it. I mean, a quick one for ladders, a cheap one for ladders as well, is literally just put that in place, but it still doesn't stop people from towering and jump onto it. So having an overhang only protects you 50% of the way. You have to be extremely careful on how you do things. The only concern I've got is you can spend 6 hours building a base and someone's going to come across with a K-wood, build up, jump in, completely wreck what you're doing. For people that have to queue in some servers, if you get a violation kick halfway through a build, someone's going to build in and take all your shit. So I think there's a lot of buffing and nerfing to go on in the next couple of weeks. But these are the only things that I can really think of at the minute that are going to stop it. You can put things in the walls to stop ladders like bear rugs and stuff, but they're easy to break. So just be very cautious on the wipe and how you build. I'll be trying to build bases that prevent the vertical raid as well as the horizontal raid. I think wall stacking is now dead and buried, if I'm being honest. No one's going to go for your doors when they can build up. And they'll probably bypass your base if they can get up, because they know there's going to be a base further on that they will actually be able to tower into. So from the 5th of May on the dev blog, pay particular attention to all the things that are happening.